Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm in my favorite place. I love this place. It's so peaceful and so beautiful. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you so much for joining me today. I thought I would take you on my little walk today because it's such a gorgeous day with beautiful blue skies. And what better place to be than to be in nature? And that's where I'm at today. So anyway, guys, I'm going to make my way to my favorite sitting place. And don't worry, I have my cast on and I'm very familiar with the terrain. I know some of you are worried about me filming with my camera as I walk, but it's perfectly safe. Trust me, I'm very familiar with this trail. So let's go ahead and make our way to my favorite sitting place. While I make my way over there and I have a few moments, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I think by the time I publish this video, it'll probably be Thanksgiving or beyond. But anyway, guys, I just want to let you know how grateful I am to have you following me on this channel, following my journey, and helping me build a community of beautiful beaders and jewelry makers. I'm truly grateful and honored. So anyway, the trail goes around and some of it has bark and some of it is paved, as you can see. You might hear some traffic in the background. That's because we're very close to a road. So anyway, as you can see, it's very nicely maintained. And I'm going to come up this way because there are some picnic tables up here. It's a very beautiful place, as you can see. And here are the picnic tables. And yes, there is a road nearby, unfortunately. Hopefully the traffic won't be too loud. I'm going to come and sit over here. So anyway, guys, as you can see, I'm really enjoying myself out here. If I could do beading out here, I would, but obviously it wouldn't be convenient. I'd have to bring out all my tools, my mats, everything. And then of course I'd have to deal with the leaves dropping on the mat and all kinds of things. So anyway, guys, I'm so glad you could join me today. We're going to be doing an unboxing today. We're going to be opening up Sam's Bead Box for the month of November, and I can hardly wait. And if you know anything about Sam's Bead Box, you'll know that he uses very high quality check beads. And guys, check beads are not the same as Chinese beads, okay? I have to be honest with you. Chinese beads don't have the beautiful, gorgeous finishes that check beads do. In fact, I find Chinese beads to be a little bit on the boring side. No offense to them, because they do serve a purpose, but you can't compare Chinese beads to check beads. The other thing that I want to mention is that if you try to go out and buy check beads, you'll find out that they're pretty pricey. So you're getting quite a bargain with Sam's Bead Box because he really does fill that box with gorgeous items. And I say items because it's not just beads, he puts components in there as well. Usually it's the tarot cast components, the charms and the pendants. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what's in this month's box. And I guess the other thing I love about Sam's Bead Box is that because he has so much variety, I get a lot of inspiration. He includes all kinds of sizes, all kinds of shapes, and I think he's the only one actually who offers smaller beads, which I really appreciate. It's very difficult to use the really big 12mm size beads in today's fashion industry. About the only time that I can use the really large beads is in earrings, I think, or maybe focal pendants. But other than that, it's really difficult for me to get inspired to use large beads. I'm actually waiting for the dainty trend to go away, to be quite honest, because it really does throw a monkey wrench into designing pieces for anybody. Most women want understated, dainty pieces these days, at least in my area. I know some of you live in different parts of the country and different parts of the world, and maybe it's different in your area. So anyway, guys, I'm very anxious to get into this box. So let's go ahead, turn the camera around, and we'll get started. Sam's Bead Box is a premium curated monthly subscription bead box. It's put together by Sam and his sister, who take great care and time picking out the palettes and the themes for each month. Their goal is to bring joy and inspiration while offering a selection of high quality items. They specialize in check glass, but they also include high quality metals such as tarot cast, and who doesn't like tarot cast? And they also offer at least 3 gemstone selections each month. But anyway, guys, if you do decide to subscribe, I recommend you join their Facebook group Gem Chat. It's a wonderful place to get to see what others in the Sam's Bead Shop community are making. They always do at least one Friday class featuring that month's box. You can catch those videos on their Facebook group page as well as their YouTube channel. I'll link that down below as well. So anyway, guys, boxes sell for $45 per month. If you do decide to sign up, please use coupon code MISTY to get a $5 discount off your first box. And like I said, I'll leave a link down below. And here we have Sam's Bead Box for the month of November. As you can see, the name of the box is Quilting Bee, and I cannot wait to see what's in it. So let's go ahead and open it up. Let's take a look. It says, I think it's amazing how quilts bring communities together. Often made by many hands, quilts are passed down as treasured heirlooms. In my family, quilts are made to cozily welcome little ones. But even more, quilts are something we share collectively. Growing up in the San Francisco Bay Area, I always heard about the AIDS Memorial Quilt, which was started here to honor those we lost. Over nearly 4 decades, thousands of people have come together to contribute to the quilt, which is now over 50,000 panels. In viewing the quilts online, I couldn't help but be moved by the joy and love of each colorful panel. And further down it says, while this is not a quilting subscription surprise, Rachel and I were inspired by the joy and community quilts offer. For this month's beadbox, we imagined a patchwork quilt of our own, choosing an eclectic mix of motifs such as hearts, birds, fruits, and florals in a palette of pink opal, lavender amethyst, orange, and copper. And that sounds absolutely wonderful. And it says, the vintage style heart pendants and tiara cast bird connector almost look like quilt pieces themselves. I'm excited to see what you create. Please share finished pieces in our Gem Chat community on Facebook with the hashtag SamsBeadboxNovember 2022. So that's something you may want to consider, guys. Join their Facebook group because that's a great place to meet other people in the community and to share your work. And also to get inspiration. On this side of the insert are the list of all the materials, as you can see, and it looks like there are 22 items in this box this month. And as you know, it's great value because it says right there retail value is $80, so that's pretty impressive. So anyway, let's go ahead and pull out the items. And right away I can see that he put some candy in here. That's really nice. I love candy. Let's pull it out. It always comes nicely wrapped. So here's the bag of goodies, and boy, I tell you what, these colors are absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to open up each of these items. Let me pull them out. What a gorgeous soft palette this is. It is so beautiful, guys. Look at this. We definitely have pinks and coppers, like the description says. So let me go ahead and organize these items and we'll go through each one. And here are the first 5 items, and oh my goodness, what a gorgeous collection this is. I absolutely adore the beautiful copper tones, but as you can see, there are other colors there as well. Let's take a look at this strand. This is a strand of 5 polished faceted rounds, and they're 10 millimeters in size, and the color is 20s Glam. What a cool name for a color. But look how beautiful these are, guys. You get 15 pieces in the strand, and as you can see, the plating is on one side of the bead. It's not all the way around, which makes them look really, really interesting. But what I like about these beads is the gorgeous faceting. They're so sparkly and they reflect so much light. It's incredible. And I'm not sure what color the glass is because some of them look clear, but then others look kind of like a rosy or a dusty pink. Very pretty. Let's take a look at this one. These are called melon beads. And I think the glass has 2 colors. The description says that some are garnet and some are lavender, and they all have a copper wash in the recesses. Or maybe each bead has a combination of the 2 colors, the garnet and the lavender. I'm not sure. But they're absolutely gorgeous. And I know I'm going to love using these. Aren't these pretty? I absolutely love these. Now these are really adorable, guys. Look at these. Let me put them on this dish and bring them up close. Aren't these beautiful? These actually have 2 colors. If I flip them over, they're a different color on this side. This color is more of a reddish, copperish color. Let's take a look at this one. This one looks like it's amber on this side. Beautiful. And this one is like a pale yellow. And let's take a look at this one. This one is red on both sides, but it has a bronze finish in the recesses. But aren't these interesting, guys? I absolutely love them. I love multicolored beads, and I like it that they're different on each side. I'm going to have so much fun working with these. And these are absolutely stunning. Look at these. These are so beautiful. These are called check glass floral hearts. The color is Autumn Luster Mix. They measure 17 by 18 millimeters. And as you can see, each one has a beautiful floral design on the surface. It's dimensional, as you can see. It sticks out a little bit. Very pretty. This one looks very different from these 2. This one has a little bit more pink, as you can see. I guess they're all different in very subtle ways. And the hole runs right through the middle. Let me show you. I'll thread one of my rods through it so you can see how it's drilled. Don't you love these? They're so gorgeous. And by the way, guys, these are 12 millimeters in size. I think I forgot to tell you. Let me show you how these are drilled. These are drilled through the middle as well, as you can see. I absolutely love this color. It is so beautiful. And I like the back as well. And here we have some pinch beads. The name of the color is Lavender Amethyst, and they have a copper plating on top. They measure 4 by 5 millimeters. Let me put some on a rod and show you. And this is a very small amount. Obviously, we have more down there. We get a total of 100 pieces. And I'm so thankful that Sam includes smaller beads in the collections. A lot of subscriptions don't do that, and that's one of the reasons I like Sam's bead box so much. But anyway, guys, aren't these beautiful? I love using pinch beads because they're so interesting looking. And because they're so small, they're going to come in handy for all kinds of applications. You can use them as spacers. You can use them on a strand. You can use them in a beaded component with other bigger beads. There are a lot of possibilities with these kinds of beads. So far, I'm really liking what I'm seeing. It's definitely a nature-inspired theme, but the colors do remind me of a vintage quilt, which is why they call this collection Quilting Bee. Let's take a look at more beads. Once again, we have a beautiful collection of check beads, but we also have this beautiful carnelian pendant. Let's take a look at it. Look how pretty this is. This is called a freeform pendant. It's heated and dyed, and it measures 25 by 33 millimeters. Let me show you the back side. What I like about this pendant is that it has a large hole, so you can definitely thread some leather cord through it. And I really do love the colors in this gorgeous carnelian and the beautiful striations as well. Isn't that pretty, guys? It's not entirely opaque. I can see a little bit of light going through it, so it's slightly translucent, not too much. It's hard to see in this lighting, but if you were to take this outside, you'd definitely be able to see it. Very pretty. I really do love carnelian. Now these two are very interesting looking. This one here is called a table cut groovy oval bead, and the color is pink opal with bronze. Let me put them on my rod. So here they are on my rod, and I love this color, guys. It's such a beautiful color. It's definitely pink, and it has the bronze on the edges, as you can see. These measure 9 by 16 millimeters, and I guess they're called groovy because of the shape. So the surface is flat, but then they have these grooves cut into them, and that's where the bronze plating has been applied. Very cool. And once again, these would look really nice outside in the sunlight because they are a little bit translucent. Let's take a look at these. These are so pretty. The name of this bead is Beating Heart, and the color is pink wash vitriol. They measure 14 by 17 millimeters, and they're the same on both sides, as you can see. But the plating isn't uniform, which I like. It looks kind of like it's being distressed or something. That's one of the things I love about check beads. They don't all look the same, and that's what makes them so attractive. So anyway, guys, because of the way they're drilled, these would definitely have to be hung like this. So they would make a great pair of earrings or even a pendant. Very beautiful. Let's take a look at this strand. These are very tiny beads, as you can see. They measure 3.5 millimeters. They're called English cut beads, and the color is Lavender Amethyst Luster. You get approximately 50 pieces in this strand, and if you're a bead weaver, you're going to love this because it's a nice small size. I can totally see this in a bead woven design. But I think what I like about these beads is definitely the beautiful plating. It is so gorgeous. Of course, I'm seeing the lavender and amethyst, but I'm also seeing other colors as well. I'm seeing a little bit of purple and some gold. Very pretty. And I love this bird. Oh my gosh. This is so adorable. Look at this. This is a carved bird, and the color is purple opal with a copper wash. It measures 11 by 21 millimeters. Let me thread it on my rod. Is that adorable or what? Oh my gosh, it's so adorable, guys. I love this bird. I know you can't see it, but it's actually a little bit translucent. So again, if you were to take this outside, you'd see that. It's hard to see the translucency under these lights, but it definitely is translucent. Let me put something white underneath. I don't know if you can see a difference, but anyway, it is translucent, trust me. Let me just thread one of these hearts underneath and see what it looks like. I don't know if I would put a heart on there, but it does look cute. I think I'm inclined to put a flower under there, so maybe one of those daisies that I showed you before might look nice. I'll have to think about it. Very pretty. Now this one would actually look nice teamed up with it, but it's a little bit of a different color. It came in the same bag. The color is Lavender Silk Picasso, and obviously it's a dragonfly design, as you can see. It measures 17.5 millimeters. Let me show you the other side. It's the same on both sides, as you can see. Now I don't know if it's the lighting, but I'm not seeing too much lavender in this bead. That's one of the reasons I like to take my beads outside, because you can see the color a lot better with natural light. So I'm definitely going to have to do that with this one. But I absolutely love it. And here we have some more gorgeous beads. Everything about this box is gorgeous, and I'm not exaggerating, guys. I just adore the palette this month. As you can see, we have some gemstones here. It's a beautiful strand of rhodonite. And then we have some hematite as well, and more check beads down below. Let's take a look at this gorgeous strand. This is pink rhodonite, and the beads are faceted. As you can see, they're round. They measure 8 millimeters, and it's a 15-inch strand, so that's quite long. And there are lots of beads here. And of course, rhodonite always has a lot of variation in color, ranging from a soft beige to a darker shade of pink. But it's that muted, beautiful, dusty pink color. And because of the faceting, they're actually very sparkly, as you can see. And they're very glossy as well. I love these. Now with gemstones, sometimes you see variation in the sizing, but these look very consistent, which tells me that they're pretty good quality. But anyway, guys, I love pink rhodonite. It's such a gorgeous stone. Let's take a look at this one. This one is so smooth and shiny. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful bead this is. Look how it reflects the light. It's incredible. These are called hematite hearts, and the plating is in a rose gold color, as you can see. It's a 7.5-inch strand. But what I really love about these beads is the way they reflect the light. It's just incredible how much they reflect. They're absolutely stunning. And these look like little bead caps, but they're actually not bead caps. They're glass center drilled flowers. The color is pink orchid mix, and they measure 9.5 millimeters. Let me just put some on a dish and show you. Initially I thought they were bead caps because of the shape, but they're actually little flower beads. That's what they look like on one side, and they're concave on that side. But I guess you could use them as bead caps if you wanted to because of the shape. But these would actually look nice if you were to put them on a head pin as well, just by themselves. And maybe do a wrap loop in the back. I'll have to think about how I'm going to use these, but they're absolutely stunning. And these are very interesting as well. These are called glass grape beads. And as you can see, they have this plating on one side, but they don't have it on the other side. The color is Lavender Amethyst AB, so this must be the AB finish, and then this side shows the Lavender Amethyst. They measure 10 by 16 millimeters, and you get 6, as you can see. Aren't these adorable? They're so gorgeous. They're actually drilled through the top. Let me put them on a rod so you can see better. Sometimes it's difficult to see the holes because they're small. But as you can see, they're drilled through the top. So these would actually make great drops on a necklace. I guess you could use them as earrings as well. They're so interesting and so cool looking. I love them. Now these are called kiwi oval beads, and I think it's because they have a kiwi design. As you can see, if you were to cut a kiwi in half, that's what it would look like. Let me put some on a rod. They actually remind me of candy for some reason. So here are 5 of them. There are 3 more down there for a total of 8. The color is pink opal with a bronze luster finish on top. And once again, they're slightly translucent. I don't know if you guys can see that. Very beautiful. But if you look closely, there's a little bit of mottling in the glass, or specks, which is what makes them so interesting looking. But anyway, they measure 10.5 by 14 millimeters, which is a very, very nice size. And they're not very thick. I think they're about 6 millimeters thick, maybe. I really do love these, and they really do remind me of candy. Delicious. And here are the last few items. Once again, we have a beautiful variety of very soft colors. And I love the luster finish on these beads. I've seen it before many times in Sam's Beadbox collections. And of course, we have these beautiful TerraCast items. And this is a gorgeous strand of 6 millimeter size beads. These are check glass duck rounds. The color is cotton candy opal. And there are 33 pieces in this strand. And these would actually look really nice with those beautiful flower beads that I showed you a few minutes ago. I'm going to have to play around and see what I can come up with, but I'm getting all kinds of inspiration. Very pretty. These are really gorgeous as well. I love these. I like these because they're tiny. And these are definitely spacer beads. I'm not going to put all of them on here, just a few. So anyway, guys, as you can see, we have two different colors here. They're called 4-point Orion spacers. And the color is Stone Luster Mix. So I'm seeing two colors in this mix. I'm seeing an amethyst color and I'm also seeing like an amber color. And once again, they have that gorgeous luster finish on top, which makes them look absolutely stunning. And even though they're spacer beads, part of me doesn't want to cover up that beautiful luster finish. Let me go ahead and put them on a rod. So here's some of them on a rod, as you can see. And you do actually still see that gorgeous luster finish from the sides. So I'm really happy about that. So anyway, guys, I love using glass spacer beads. They just look so much nicer than metal beads in my opinion. I guess it depends on the design, but I really do like putting these kinds of spacer beads in between larger beads. And these measure 2.5 by 4 millimeters, and we get quite a few. We get 60 pieces. I'm definitely going to be using these. And they actually coordinate with these gorgeous beads here. These are also check glass struck rounds, and the color is Mottled Stone Picasso. They measure 8 millimeters in size. Let me put them on a rod, and that way you can see them threaded on. So here are some of them. And if you were to tell me that these are gemstones, I'd believe you, because they look totally like gemstones. They really do. It's just amazing how they can make these look so varied in the color and the modeling. But anyway, guys, we get quite a few to play with. We get 25 pieces. And if you want the look of gemstones, but you don't want the weight because gemstones weigh a lot, these would actually be a great option. Very beautiful. And these are actually petal leaves. The color is purple opal. Let me put them on a rod as well so you can see how they're drilled. They're actually drilled across the top, as you can see. So here are some of them. And they're actually a little concave in shape. Hopefully you can see how they're curved. They're not entirely flat. The color is purple opal. They measure 12 by 14 millimeters, and we get 12 in a set. And because of the way they're drilled, you could either thread them on beading wire or do some wire wrapping at the top. I guess it depends on your design once again. And I know you can't see it, but even though the color is purple opal, I can see a little hint of pink, which means that they're going to coordinate really nice with these pink beads down there. I really love these. And these little doves are absolutely adorable. I'm calling them doves because that's what paloma means in Spanish. They're called Paloma bird beads, and they have an antique copper plating. They measure 8 by 14.5 millimeters, and wouldn't these make adorable earrings? I love doves, and these remind me of the birds that I have in my backyard. We put a feeder out not too long ago, and we get all kinds of birds. We get a lot of cardinals, we get blue jays, but we also get doves. And the doves are always so peaceful. They hang out down below, and they eat what the other birds throw on the ground. And actually, I was looking out my window today, and I saw a total of 8 on the ground right below the feeder. So anyway, guys, all the more reason why I love these beautiful beads. Now this one here has a floral and a dove design on it. It's a link, as you can see. It has 2 holes. I'm not sure if you can see that. It measures 13 by 14.5 millimeters. Let me show you the other side. It's the same on both sides, as you can see. And it has the same gorgeous antique copper plating. And if you know anything about TerraCast, you'll know that it's made in the USA and it's lead free. So that makes it even more special. I absolutely love it. Well, that's the full collection, and are you impressed or what? This is such an unbelievably beautiful palette. I love that it's such an eclectic mix, and I love all the motifs. We have hearts, we have birds, fruits, we have florals. I think my absolute favorite though is this bird here. I love this bird. I'm just so in love with it. I don't know what it is about it. I just think it's so cute, and it's going to look great with some of these other beads. I'm going to have to sit down and think about it and see if I can come up with something really pretty. There's definitely a lot of variety, a lot to choose from, different sizes, different shapes, and of course we have the different finishes as well and the beautiful platings. So it's not going to be that difficult to come up with something. I think Sam and Rachel really outdid themselves this month. And again, I'm so grateful that they offer so many different sizes, including the smaller beads. So anyway, guys, let me go ahead and put this away and I'll come back and say goodbye. Well, I think Sam and Rachel outdid themselves this month. Those beads were absolutely stunning. I absolutely love them. I'm already getting ideas for that bird bead. I thought that bird bead was so cute. And I'm so glad that I came out here because hopefully I'll get some inspiration. Those beads were definitely nature-inspired beads. I love those multicolored little flowers. They were so adorable. I'm getting all kinds of ideas in my head. I'm not sure which beads I'm going to use. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to use all of them, but I'm sure I'm going to come up with something. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.